Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, hi, I'm Saemi Nadine. I am a former financial journalist turned media and communication scholar, currently doing my PhD. And today I'm filming here in beautiful Graz, Austria. So the reason why I am here in Graz, in the eastern Austria, in Styria, in German, you would say Steiermark, visiting the beautiful city of Graz, attending conference called Data Power Conference, which is a biannual international conference that's been taking place since 2015. Now, Data Power Conference is a conference where scholars, activists, researchers all join together to discuss the impacts that data is creating on our world. And here at the conference, I presented my work around AI textbook that will be rolled out in South Korea starting March of 2025 next year, so in just a few months. And today I thought this will be a very appropriate time to talk about my experiences of conferences, how to get the most out of attending these wonderful events. Since first year of my PhD, I have attended quite a number of conferences so far, but I really think that this particular one, I had one of the best experiences. The amount of thoughts and care put into this conference, it's been amazing for me to be able to connect with people with kindred spirit. It's really, really valuable. Now, as a PhD student or PhD candidates who don't necessarily have a lot of money, we do get funding from different institutions or different external organizations. Usually after you find out that you are going to attend a conference, or your abstract has been, or your paper has been selected to present at a conference, you have a very good reason to say that I need the funding to go to these conferences. And this year I've applied for our in-school research travel fund, which barely covered my flight ticket, honestly. My flight to Austria was about $1,800 Canadian dollars. That's already over the amount of the research fund that I was getting. But there are also other opportunities that may come out, so you always want to keep an eye out for what kind of financial support that you can get. So this is how I would go about attending or going to conferences. I would target those conferences where I know that I will get connected with my field of researchers. So this time, because there were a lot of critical researchers that cover technology use in educational settings, I was able to really find a sort of a sense of belonging and be able to connect with the folks behind the names that you only see on papers. So it's been really, really great. And also the general vibe that you can get from certain communities, you know that whom you're going to work with, collaborate with. And for me, it was an extremely valuable experience to fly over to Austria this time. Conferences also can be very, very physically exhausting and demanding, especially if you go across Atlantic or go across Pacific. Because you not only have to deal with the flights, long haul flights themselves, but also time difference, and jet lag is so difficult. So making sure that you preserve your body throughout the because the conferences can be long. It's usually 2 to 3 days, so not to feel physically exhausted is also important. So sometimes I would try my best to get as much rest as possible in between. Another thing that I would like to point out about conferences is that it can be extremely inspiring and motivating. So for me, especially because I freshly finished my comprehensive exam and I was already really, really exhausted, I didn't have much time in between to really just breathe. I had to hop on a flight right away. So I was a little bit feeling depleted. I need a source of inspiration, energy, and this conference really gave me that boost of inspiration and energy. And I think it has a lot to do with the connection that you make with certain scholars. So I think that's also one way of finding yourself again, through communities. And I think in these days, the concept of community or the value of community is decreasing so much. It's so individualistic, and there's a heavy emphasis on how am I going to get this, how am I going to get that, it's all very self-centered. But at the end of the day, we know that we can't be happy unless my friends, people that I connect with, are happy. So that's how I will find myself, and also and not compare myself with other. Because one of the biggest lessons that I learned from this conference, I think, is that because also the new semester is it has already started. As soon as I fly back to Vancouver, it's already the new fall term of 2024, meaning my third year into PhD is starting. It's a really good reflection point. And I think what I'm coming down to is that I am really proud of all the things that I have navigated and I have been through. Especially because my first year of PhD was extremely hard for so many different reasons. And then I got through my comprehensive exam, which was so daunting, but I did, and now I'm a PhD candidate. So, meaning this is obviously not the end. This is, usually PhD consists of 4 different steps, First, going through all the coursework, and second, doing your comprehensive exam, and thirdly, you would defend your research proposal, which I hope to be able to do at the end of this year, and then you're going to defend your thesis, your dissertation after your field work. So it's a very long marathon, and what I'm particularly proud of myself of is that I did not give up. And there are still many moments that I fear a lot about a lot of the insecurities, and especially because I am a lot more, I'm a little bit older than most students here. So, it's you start thinking more about like what's happening around my family. Family also is a very important element in my life that I prioritize. So juggling all of this work and family life balance, that becomes really important. So it's been a really interesting journey. But what I want to emphasize is that always, at the end of the day, you know yourself, you know what you are called to do, you know what your heart is calling for. And I think that if your financial circumstances, your social circumstances allow you to pursue that, then I would support your dream 200%. Because it's the same thing. Like when I wanted to become a news anchor, I thought once I become a news anchor, I'll be really happy. But there are so many other problems that then I need to go through and overcome. More hardships are waiting for you even after you achieve your certain goal or certain dream. So right now, I try my best to really just be present as much as possible, and try to love every moment of being alive, and also sharing that moment with my loved ones. So I hope this kind of explains how I been dealing with my PhD journey, and how I have been overcoming various steps of hardships. Hopefully this little message was a little encouragement for you. And in the next video, I'll be back in Vancouver, and I'll see you in the next PhD vlogs. Ciao!